Welcome back, Tribe. Got an interesting one here, recommended by quite a few people over the past couple of weeks. I think some of the clips were going viral on social media. ZANU Project Rethink by Frank ZANU. And I've seen a few of these clips already, but I haven't watched it in totality. Let's get into it.
It's a grammar. When you say white supremacist, what do you mean?
A group of people who believe that they are superior than any other race.
So what does it mean when you repeat it? This white supremacist, what does it mean?
That's a good point.
Are you affirming what they have said? Because you see, I'm trying to say to you, because it has happened in my own tribe. Mm-hmm. There are people we know very well. We know in the Huegame district of Benin Republic, the Abome tribe, they founded the Women Warriors.
Okay.
Agoshe. They are powerful. My father's tribe, my mother's tribe, we are weaklings, okay? When they are coming, we bow down and say, take and go away. So we began to call them in a language you call here something like the hooligans. Mm-hmm. We made the names, these hooligans, because of what they do. We thank the French when they finally arrived. That was the only time they tamed them. So it's the same thing when you watch the behavior of white people, what they have done. Yes, you can make a name for them, but what you're doing is affirming. If these people can go out and colonize successfully for years and nobody ever succeed colonizing them, if these people can go out and take over countries and buy slaves and hold them down, and well, they must be good. Well, that's what I was brought up in Africa told. The whites are superior. It is my people who told me, not a white man.
I see.
It is my mom, my dad, my uncles, my community members, my teachers in Africa. Ask any Nigerian, ask any Beninois, ask any Togolese, unless they are lying. Anybody above the age of 50 knows in our folklore, in our music, we play it. Go and listen to Chalamanda. When I was a young boy, I want to go to America. They tell us that is the land of superior people. It's in my language. I can say it. Yovonudahe. Anybody who can understand Benin will tell you what I've just said, and they've heard it before. So when I arrive here, my people have already told me that white people are superior. But the things they have seen, airplanes flying, they said it's magic. Ships floating on the water, they said it's magic. Okay? So all these inventions, television came, no, we say, Yovonudahe. Anytime a radio is turned on and speaking and they say the person is from far, Yovonudahe. When we see a toy that can walk, we say the white man is so good, it's like God. He has done everything but put blood in a toy. That is what we say in Africa. Everybody knows what I'm saying. Do you know what they say in Ashanti land? The Ashantis have a saying, and I can speak Ashanti. Oh, kwa sorry, now share bronia, kofie, wahunyame. If you are going to church and you meet a white guy, turn around and go home, you sing God.
Damn.
So white supremacy was created by us to describe something we're confused about.
So you're saying black folks created that name white supremacy?
That's correct. From Africa. From Africa. Because we are just amazed by the things they've done. Well, we describe them always by inventions. When you take a toy and the toy is talking and it's moving, we're like, oh my God. Because yes, my people are not sophisticated. You know.
Why would we call a white person a white supremacist if, you know, well, I think it's because we were enslaved.
No, not. It is just observing the mere industrialization of their environment, which we haven't done. That's all. They can command water from far away through tubes into their bedrooms. We can even fetch a bucket of water from the next lake. You will be drowned. They can put electricity. We never had one in Africa. They have airplanes fly over us. It's amazing. Everything they've done is the reason my people say these people are superior. Not because of slavery. They came to colonize us and they brought things we have never seen before. They gave a king a mirror and he was dancing and sold his people away. They brought guns we have never seen, boom, and killed somebody right away. You know what they used to do in the Congo?
Right.
They put dynamite in the rocks and then they hide the switch. And then when they point their finger, it go boom. And the Congolese till today, they call the white man kiboom, the sound of the dynamite. And then they go down and they go like this. If they're not superior, why do you see every picture when the white men arrive in Africa, we bow into them? The Portuguese, in my own town, Gele, all of these people, as soon as the Portuguese showed up, everybody was bowing. We have never seen a gun kill a human being. We have never seen a mirror. We have never seen a radio tune in and somebody speaking from England, the Queen's voice. So for us, all these things, these people must be really superior and close to God. They used to have a joke in Ghana that when God said, let's pray, the white man opened his eyes. The black people were covering his eyes. So the white man saw how God created the world. That's why they are so good at what they do. And I'm telling you, these are folklores from which we grew up. If anyone told you that white people came to Africa to tell us they're superior. It's a lie. They never said that.
So what should we call these groups?
Which groups? You call them what they are. What is BLM? Is it a black superiority? Supremacy? No. What did they say they are?
It's an advocacy group.
Yeah, it's the advocacy group. The Proud Boys advocacy group fighting for something.
Well, they're also called white nationalists. Would you be comfortable to call them white nationalists?
Anybody who said his organization is a white nationalist, I'll say fine. I'm a nationalist if I was living in Benin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you call somebody and ask him that.
This is so refreshing because, she comes from the American side, the black culture that's been indoctrinated, especially through college. She's probably college educated, and they perpetuate the black victimhood that we see all over society today from black progressives, not conservatives. They're completely different. I have a theory in mind that liberals, actually, I would have to separate progressives and liberals, but let's just say liberals. The biggest enemy to white people are white liberals. Something about liberalism, in whatever race you put it in, leads to the self-destruction and victimization of that race. In whites, it manifests as white guilt and that they need to give everything away and that crimes perpetuated against them don't matter because of their privileged position. So it's like self-inflicted, right? In blacks, same thing. The biggest enemy to a black person is a black liberal. They perpetuate victimhood. They tell you about structural racism. They tell you about the system. They tell you that you cannot succeed. Despite anything you do, it's rigged against you. They literally train you to fail, train you to be a victim, and place blame on everything except yourself. So they take power away from you, accountability, and then they put it on everything else to make you feel powerless. Same shit with liberal Asians. Same shit with the Jews, for example. The biggest threat to Jews are liberal Jews, the ones funding the liberal progressive policies that turned campuses anti-Semitic, as they say. You had kids protesting for Palestine and all that other woke stuff and, marching against Israel and all that. Liberals did that. Liberals deliberately destroy their own cultures from which they come from because they offer nothing themselves. It's kind of crazy to think about it that way, but if you're Hispanic, they have Latinx, and then they have all this other shit. I don't even know because I don't pay attention to liberal Latin politics. But whatever race you are watching this, listening, look at your liberal counterparts and tell me they don't make the community worse for you and everybody else. They disempower the communities that they're in, all under the guise of virtue. And this is why nobody likes them. I don't fuck with any liberal from any race. Any creed, ethnicity, I don't care. Give me nationalists, give me conservatives. Don't care if you're a Asian nationalist, black nationalist, Hispanic nationalist, or conservative, vice versa. It doesn't matter. I could do business with these people. I know they care about their families. I know they want to see their community succeed. And I know they got a foot in the game and they want to see the world be a better place for their children. Cannot say the same for any liberal from any other ethnicity or race. That's my take on this stuff. I know people are getting super racial today, but when you look at it through that lens, you start to see the bigger picture. Some may be susceptible to this line of thinking more than others. Some may be more easily manipulated by others. It is what it is. Liberalism at the core and the foundation is the problem for each and every community.
Good question. Are you superior? What is the answer you expect him to tell you? If you ask me, I'll say, yes, you said it.
Which is true.
Yes, when Jesus Christ was questioned, did you say you are the Son of God? He said to Pontius Pilate, you just said it.
Yeah. So what he's saying, he's coming from another line of thinking of reality, plus his lived experiences in Africa. And you could tell he's got much darker roots than she does in terms of history. He really he's well traveled. He didn't get indoctrinated in an American college or the education system. So the lies that they tell about the victimization, the liberal side of the education, if you want to call it that, just falls apart because of his real lived experiences, which is what liberals love to say. You can't discount somebody's lived experiences. It's very interesting when you hear these conversations, because then you start to learn, oh, this is why it really is the way it is.
Yeah, he said, I'm the Son of
We
God.
say these names, Nancy, just so we feel relieved that, yes, this is why you're behaving that way. You think you're superior. Anytime somebody you think you're too pretty, he's confirming you are pretty.
Or you think you're all that.
That's correct. He's confirming you are all that. But he won't say you think. He said he thinks he's all that. Did he
And
tell
that's
you?
confirmation.
That's his self-affirmation. Pure and simple.
I see.
Yes. We have to just stop saying it.
Who should stop saying it? Everyone?
Yeah, you and
Media?
I, right now, we've agreed
Well-
that it's just not a good thing to say, you know.
Yes, but the media and authors, they're constantly,
Well-
whenever you click white supremacy, it just comes
Yes.
up. It's everywhere.
Yes.
And this is how they
We've said it
describe-
in so many things, yes, okay? You can't, nobody is bold enough to go on television and say, black people does this. An old man who's a very good friend of mine said to me, I can't say it, Frank. I said, what is it you can't say? Are these kids in the classroom just lazy? They don't know, they don't want to do the work? I said, I don't know.
And he's describing what kids?
Black kids.
Black kids.
Okay.
Yes. So that is, you want to call the group by what they say they are, call that particular group. Black Lives Matter said they want to turn the whole thing upside down because they believe Black Lives Matter. Well, if you really do matter, you don't need a placard to tell me. Everybody would know it. The diamond doesn't need to tell you, I'm a precious material. It will never put a sign on itself. You know it is, no matter where you put it. Anybody.
Well, I think with BLM, the reason why they did that is because they felt like with socioeconomic and so many issues in Black history,
You
they
hear?
feel
You
like
see it?
Black lives don't matter.
You see, socioeconomic Black history we're living in today. You got indoctrinated today with the power of the internet, with knowledge available at your finger. Socioeconomic, it where? What socioeconomic issues? We were talking about DEI the other day, and it is well known that if you're Black and you apply for college, you can get accepted simply to meet a quota, although your GPA is terrible. And then there's reverse discrimination, or discrimination of another minority that is a thorn in the side of these so-called systemic racist issues, because Asians are minorities and they overachieve as a group, dramatically so. So they are held back in college admissions despite having beyond perfect GPAs. So how can you explain one minority group succeeding beyond the wildest measures and outshining everybody else versus one minority group that are doing the complete opposite and are at the bottom? Two minorities in a system, minorities, no special privileges for any, and yet two wildly different outcomes. This is the conversation that people don't want to have.
And so they felt like they needed to
Yes,
call it something
very
so
true,
that
very true.
they get the awareness.
The only
and the
problem with that
attention.
proclamation they made is that they never was able to point to any of us a place on earth where Black are treated as if they matter.
That's another show.
Yes, it is another show. You see, so the goal of Project Rethink is simple: to be able to question the conclusions. As you can see, I have not told you, I just said there is no such thing. And I have used questions to punch holes in the conclusions. Like you said, I have read it in books, I've seen it on television.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere, except
We have
just like Santa Claus. He's everywhere in December. Except you never meet him in a restaurant, sitting down and saying hi to you.
right.
But everywhere you look, it's there.
So-
Kids believe he's real until you reach 14. I think we have reached 14. We should stop believing that there is white supremacy, because psychologically it's doing harm to our children and to us. Anything you repeat. You see, what is funny is this. You think the children of the person you are calling white supremacists, when they hear it, they're like, ouch, no.
Right.
Say, wow, my people kick ass.
Right.
So if they are supreme, what
We're
are
building
you?
their confidence.
You're building their confidence, and you're telling your children that these people kick ass. They are superior. They're not reading into it. So the analogy I just gave, he behaves, he thinks he knows all that. Yes, he's affirming that what he has heard from you, you know a lot. She thinks she's pretty. Yes. Otherwise, you would have said, you're not pretty. You would have told the white man, you are not superior. If he had said so to you, you wouldn't even repeat what he said because it's nonsensical.
Frank, if you had students or children, how would you tell your children to describe these type of groups? Not calling them white supremacists, but what name would you give these type of groups? White people who would like to segregate themselves and do not want to be a part of
You've
colored.
just named the words. They are segregationists.
So you would call them just segregationists.
If they say they want to segregate, that is the word. Call them that. If a guy said, I like drinking, call him a drunkard.
Okay.
If a guy said, I beat women, call him a violent man. They like to segregate. There is nothing negative. There's nothing wrong with it. We call it comfort zone. I was traveling recently. I was waiting at Johannesburg airport, and I heard this guy say some words. It's not my language, just West African language I know. Dude, I jump out of my seat. I don't know him from anywhere. And I tap him, he turn around, I say the same word. We hug each other for 3 minutes based on just a word that is familiar to both of us.
was
It's
that
a
word?
comfort zone. It's a-
Comfort.
yes, we all seek comfort zones, people who look like you. I've been to places where I saw very prominent black politicians from Bridgeport. And while they're there, it's all white people, one of these fundraisers. And you see him sitting outside smoking. Then when he saw me, thank God, one of us is here. And it's immediately, what is wrong? Is he wrong? Is he supremacist? No.
It's a comfort.
It's a comfort zone. White people don't know us. If you go to Japan, they used to tell me when I'm entering restaurants, we've closed. Dude, I'm sitting down there seeing people go in. Are they racist? Yes. African Americans who pack their bag and leave the next day, they think they are racist. No. Japanese avoid confrontation at any cost, conflict. They don't like it.
So you're saying
they don't know how to deal with you because they don't know. They think you have a different culture. And because they think their culture is so unique, take off your shoes, don't do this, everything in Japan. So instead of you, one person coming in and disturbing our establishment, I'm
how
closed.
did they know I was going to disturb their establishment?
Well, I don't have to try it. I just know you're not Japanese. So I don't know how to serve you. You don't know how to serve me. It's a whole lot of things they're trying to prevent. That is not racism.
But at the end of the day, I'm a human being.
No,
you don't know how to serve a human being?
No. Human being is simply you have two legs and you have two hands hanging. That is human being. Culture is different.
So if a Middle Eastern woman walked in there, they would have served her.
No, not necessarily. They've turned out white people. Actually,
they've turned.
Yes, because white guys don't wash their socks, and you take your shoes in a restaurant and they sit like this. Japanese, you don't show the inside of your thing. It's a Buddhist thing. Imagine a Buddhist culture allowing everybody. You have no more culture left.
Mm-hmm.
I see. They'll be washed out.
Yes.
Yeah. This is what's happening with mass immigration. This is what we're talking about when we say white replacement, white genocide. This is what, and the liberals are pushing for this. Isn't it strange? Think about the conversation. Her brain is now lighting up. There's light bulbs going off like, oh yeah, we're disturbing the status quo. Why do you think white people want their countries to stay white? Why do you think white Americans want America to stay white? But when you say that today, because of all the washing and brainwashed narratives of the liberals and what they're pushing in the culture, that's like demon speak. That's like, you are not inclusive. You are not diverse. No, America doesn't want to be multicultural. America is one culture, Americans, and everybody that comes here must behave like them, must be like them. But what makes a true American are the people that founded the country and the customs and cultures which they built upon. Somehow, the rest of the world is allowed to come to Europe and America and all the other Australia, other white countries, and they must assimilate to the people coming. The people coming don't have to assimilate to America and American culture, which is why we have a problem with governance and community and safety and violent crime and all that stuff, because the people coming over, there is no mechanism by government enforcement that forces them to assimilate. They don't need to learn the language. They don't need to partake in community. They don't need to do hardly anything. They create their own carve-outs, their own small communities. You're seeing happen in Dearborn in Michigan. You're seeing that these people create their small enclaves, and then the small enclaves, they grow, but within the enclave, you never have to leave your bubble. They create these little bubbles where it's like, here's a small Somalia, here's a small Ethiopia, here's a small China, here's a small, whatever it is, wherever you're coming from. So assimilation never happens. And then unfortunately, they bring in their third world behaviors with them. And there is no mechanism that takes it out of the community because they police themselves the same way they've policed themselves in the culture that they come from, which is inferior, to be honest, because that is why they ran away and left. Their culture is inferior. The countries offer them nothing. There was too much corruption, war, or whatever else that was going on. So they came to the West for a better system, but they don't adopt the better system to lead to better outcomes. This is the issue that people are having. Mass migration will never be popular with natives for the very reason he just described. You destroy the status quo, and on top of that, the liberals expect me to bow down to you coming here as if I'm lucky that you are enriching me with your diverse culture. How's that working out in Europe?
And who wants to do that? Indians live in this country. How many Indians you see walking around with black guys or with white guys? They marry each other because they understand it's a culture, it's a comfort zone. You can act properly and do properly. You don't have to, I'm not saying all of them, but it's not enough for me to be talking about the exception, right? There are exceptions. But when you look at India, do you see them interested in going out and marrying some white guy and black guy and green guys? No. If they can, they marry each other. Mm-hmm. Look at Koreans. You went to school in Washington. Mm-hmm. Korean girls will come to university, stay there. If they don't see a Korean to date, good. I'll graduate and go back. I'll find one. Only Japanese women will go out and marry, but not a Japanese man. In China, not a Japanese man, but in China, not Chinese men, but maybe Chinese women sometimes. Yes, it's a comfort zone. You can manipulate it. They have communities here. Only we don't have communities.
Frank, you've definitely dissected this well for me. I really believed at some point, yes. Well, in the beginning of this show, I really thought, yes, there is something called white supremacists, because these are a group of folks who don't want to be with anyone else but themselves. And they don't have the same culture as us, or they don't have the same culture as the rest of the United States.
Yeah.
The United States is a melting pot and very different in religious views, political views.
To be honest, I view it as a respect when they do that. It's a man admitting to you, I don't have the ability to adapt to other people. That's all he's telling you. Leave me alone. How big is the United States? Why do you want to just go there?
Why did I want to go where?
No, not you.
Oh.
Yeah, the people who say they want to segregate. I respect them. That is a very painful admission. He's telling you, I don't have the ability to adapt. He doesn't have to make you to know I've seen black culture. Our dance forms, no other culture. Very aggressive and forceful. The way we laugh, the way we enjoy. When are these?
Wait, but isn't that pure, like, so the way I looked at white supremacists is, it's not that they not only not want to be with you, but they don't like you. They don't hate you. They don't like your
Well,
customs.
that's your
They don't
feeling.
like your culture.
No, anybody who says, I don't want to play with you, you feel he doesn't like me.
Good point.
Yes, that is your feeling. Who wants to be rejected? I can't see anything on your face but hatred. Once you say, you're not careful to want to know why. Until I met the mayor of my town, Hoyashi, in Japan, and I told my mayor, why when I'm going to Japanese restaurants, they tell me away. When I go to the, ryokan, they tell me away, and he said, no, they're not racist. We become jittery when we don't know how to interact. It's called xenophobia. You don't want to look stupid. In Japanese, they want to be perfect all the time.
Okay.
If I'm going to serve this man and I make a mistake, my face is down. So rather, avoid it. So he gave me a word to use, which is a greeting that says, I am sorry for being a burden. And it changed everything.
So once you said that,
Yes. She knows that.
but I
understand.
wouldn't want to walk around thinking that I'm a burden.
Well, then
for
stay in your country. Don't go anywhere.
Well, I
Because
want
there
to
is
visit. I
There
want
is something
to.
called multicultural communication, multicultural understanding, multicultural. We teach it. It's very expensive. You think it's there for nothing? It's there to prepare you to know where you're going and how to make the larger community feel comfortable, not for them to make you feel comfortable.
Exactly.
You buy that comfort.
So because you don't know how to serve me, I need to dumb down.
No. It's not a dumbing down. That's a very American, and
I'm
you
basically
are.
basically saying I'm so sorry that you
have
cannot
come.
serve me.
You have come to.
But can you serve me?
No, you've come to disturb what we call disturb
Disturb.
a status quo, a functioning status quo.
Mm-hmm.
You, if you are a man of conscience, you know that I am different. I cannot expect the majority to disorganize themselves to accommodate me. I have to find that accommodation, make them feel that I come with knowledge about you. So when they say,
But don't they know I'm traveling to their country? Don't they know that there are
Who gives
you
a
know,
fuck?
visitors? There's people coming.
yeah, there are foreign hotels.
They
We
have-
call them foreign hotels. Go there. You go in.
To
you
stay at the
shoot.
Marriott?
That's correct. That's why we have the ryokan. Ryokan is traditional Japanese hotels.
Okay.
You take off your shoes and your clothes at the door, standing naked, and a woman will give you what is called yukata, and you wear it.
Okay.
You understand? And then you wear sneakers. The whole bamboo floor is polished. You can eat from it. You all, men and women, have to take a shower in one spring water, okay? Warm spring. Sit and I wash your bag. Western people are not comfortable doing that. So don't come here. But out of curiosity, some of we foreigners want to go there. And then it has caused problem already. The woman won't behave this way if there hasn't been a precedent to this. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
People segregate because they know something already.
They know what? They know as a black person that
They have had situations where maybe they were not, able to. Look, even in the United States, you go to a predominant suburbia town, restaurant, there's going to be a problem soon.
Why is that?
Why are you asking me something you know already?
We have black people who live in suburban area and
I
they're
am not
fine.
saying the exception. I'm saying largely. We go there. We want to talk loud as when we come to quiet you down. Lady, don't talk to me like that. You have a problem. Let's admit that. Sensible people do it. When I go anywhere and I'm the minority, I have to admit that there is a set status quo that has been working. And now I'm here to disturb it. Yes, it's
So I
called,
must behave.
not behave, if you want to call it those words.
Dude, just it's so crazy. Behave. Everything to her is combat. Why can't you? But I'm traveling. But I'm coming to you. I'm visiting. Don't you know I'm a foreigner? I have to behave. That is the toxic mentality. It's just rooted deep in the bone. Like you got brainwashed so deep, dude. They washed into your marrow. It's insane. It's insane. It's called respect, decency. When you go travel to other cultures, do the bare minimum. Learn how to say please and thank you and hello. All right. Show everyone respect, whether it means bowing, waving, smiling, whatever it is. Get out of people's way. Just show them the courtesy. Try. And then they will then accommodate themselves to meet you halfway. But when you come through with this kind of entitlement of like, you need to accommodate to me and I'm a foreigner here and I'm bringing my money and my culture and I'm trying to see the way you guys live in your status quo, and then you have dirty socks or you don't take off your clothes like they want you to go into the community sauna or shower or whatever random shit it is. Wherever you're going, you must behave like the local. When in Rome, be a Roman, right? We forgot that. Do as Romans do. We don't anymore. We just want to bring our culture, our uniqueness, this weird metastasized version of individuality, and then impose it on every single person. It's insane, dude. It's insane.
You just have to be aware that people are feeling uncomfortable because they want to be right.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah. Baller episode. He's got a couple more like this, and I'm going to watch them too. But Frank Zanu, if you guys really like this one, let me know. We'll watch a couple more. Otherwise, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody.